Aurelius was free, but Marth and his army, known as the Arcanum League, still had much work ahead of them. They followed the middle road south, bound to Arcanus Palace, a perilous route, for it took them right into Leafcanet Valley, and the jaws of trouble. The countless fortresses lining in the valley made it a veritable gauntlet. Compounding the danger was the presence of the White Wings, a knightly order led by Princess Minerva of Macedon. It would be a fierce battle. General Harmane, I cannot abide by these tactics of yours. Let me attack the rebels head-on and keep my pride as a knight of Macedon. Ah, you mean the same pride that cost us all soldiers back in Aurelius? I think not, Princess. If we are to regroup, we need to buy time. My tactics are necessary. The Emperor himself named me commander of this post. Either obey or accept the consequences. Your little sister Maria is still an hour ward, is she not? What a shame would it be if we decided we can no longer care for her. Enough! I will obey. The Altian Knights are smarter than you give them credit for. They will prevail here, and you will regret having acted so rashly, General. Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. In the previous episode, we got the item Fire Emblem, which is pretty awesome, and today we are going to continue with this really cool chapter. However, I'm not going to be talking all too much because, well, as I said before, we still have a couple of things. It is going to be a little bit more time until we get into like the very. By the way, I don't want my knights there. What the hell am I doing? Anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit longer until we can actually, get into the, cool part of it. However, I am just going to be, teaching you guys, some cool stuff right here, and I'm going to be speeding things up because we have something very, very interesting on the village that you can see right here. So, without any further ado, enjoy the speed up, and I'll see you in 1 second. Alright, post-commentary section number 1 of this episode. There is only going to be 2. And as you can see, this chapter is a little bit easier than previous ones, and it will be one of the easier ones. The next one is actually really easy, but we'll get to that when we get to the next chapter. But right now, you just want to make sure that you get this, the thief that is going to get to the village. As you see, there is a village down there. There's going to be something really interesting waiting for us, which that's what I'm going to be stopping for. But so far, you just want to make sure that you have your squishy units back there. As you see, we have the so-called Princess Minerva and the White Wings at, the battlefield, whatever. And just make sure that you don't attack them at all. Like, as you can see right here, Minerva and her White Knights are going to retreat. This dude, the one of the fortress, is carrying a weapon called the Rider's Bane, and that is going to be a weapon that will most likely one-hit kill the Cavaliers, and you really want to watch out for that. But so far, we are almost at the end of this speed-up section. Just make sure to get Marth in there, because, he's going to be the one that, gets into the village. And, we have the interesting thing coming up right now. You there. Have you come across a young girl, one by the name of Tiki? She must be found, boy. Tiki is in the last of the Naga, the Divine Dragon Clan. Without her powers, we cannot challenge the Manakete to serve and meet us. Me? I haven't the power. I am a fire dragon, yes. But in name alone. I lost my Firestone in Perathy. Without it, I cannot do battle. You will be traveling much, yes? I wish to go with you. Perhaps together we can find Tiki. Okay, so now that we got Bantu, I am not really going to use him at all because I don't like this sort of unit. Number 1, it's a little bit risky, and number 2, the type of attacks that you can do with him, are really bad. As you saw by the dialogue, he can only attack with the item that we got previously called the Fire Stone. What's going to happen is that he's going to transform into a fire dragon and he's going to attack. However, I don't really like that mechanic. Number one, I think mages and archers can actually kill you very, very fast. If not, well, you're going to do really well against the armored units, but for the rest of them, they can actually hurt you a lot, even though you are a dragon. And that's why I don't like to keep this unit in my, battalion. If you want to keep him, if you like the dragon thing, just go ahead and keep him. But my opinion, I don't really like him, and I'm just going to, well, not use him at all. Not only that, but you are very limited in fire stones. I think we are only going to be getting one more stack of 30 fire stones later in the game. But right now, not a really viable source of like firepower, like not really fire, but just like power in general. As you can see right here, I'm just abusing Merrick and his magic because, like I said, and I think it's going to be chapter either 20, 21, or 22 that we're gonna need a unit that knows magic. Otherwise, you can progress later. Well, you can progress even if you don't do what I'm going to do, but there is going to be something that if you have a unit that has really good use in magic, you are going to be able to pick up an item, well, kind of the key item of the game. As well, I'm not going to really spoil it, but why am I saying this kind of a spoiler is because I really want to stress this out. You really want to have a unit that knows a lot of magic, and that's what I'm doing with Merrick. Other than that, we're coming close to the end of this speed up section. Just let me know if you like it or anything like that, and yeah, that would be kind of cool. Right now, I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to abuse the magic thing with Merrick, because if you have, I'm using a fire tome. Those are really cheap, and you can actually buy them and use them against a unit that only has one range, and that's gonna give you, some really good experience, like as you can see right here. But right now we are almost done with this dude, and well, just that's pretty much it for the end. Prince Marth, I was wondering if we might talk about Manaketes. Manaketes? You mean the Dragokin? Yes, sire. I was not sure how much knowledge you had of them. The Manaketes inhabited our continent long before the dawn of humanity. However, ordinarily in their draconic disposition stayed suppressed, their power sealed within special stones. Thus, rather than terrorizing humankind, they chose to live simple, peaceful lives in their quieter reaches of the world. However, a century ago, something changed. Madius, the Shadow Dragon, surfaced the Dora region and created what became a great empire there. His forces invaded the human realm, and in the blink of an eye, he had subjugated all the land. It was then, in the darkest hour, that a young man named Henri appeared and rose against the Shadow Dragon. In his hands, a shining blade of light, Falchion, which he plunged into Metis, and the tyrant was no more. Henri went to found Altia, and the rest, I believe you know. Yes, Malleus, is that what it was about? I do know my own kingdom's story, and I know what I must do, now that Metis has arrived to restore Doro to its former might. You are Henri's last male descendant, the only one who can wield a falchion. You must find the blade that was taken, and put an end to Doro, and its misguided Manakete ruler. I will finish that what my father started. I will avenge him and bring light back into our world. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know that the speed-ups are a little bit better, well, not better, but are a little bit more, but I'll make sure to make better post-commentary. But for right now, it is a really good time to say that if you guys have watched until now, if you enjoyed, a like and a comment would be really appreciated. So you guys have a great day, take care of yourself, and until my next episode when we take on Chapter 7. I will see you then.